Positive fans, here's again. And it got me thinking, this one. Got me thinking. A few weeks ago, I was in my sort working, and this woman was talking about political correctness, about certain things you can't say nowadays. And it got me thinking, 'cause I remember once ranting about films, about appealing, and about things you can't say anymore, whether it's religion, whether it's to do with race, whether it's to do with disability. I don't know if that's the right word these days. And any of that without it offending people. Say it again without being patronising, offending people. Because we live in a world now, right? We live in a world now where everything is so PC friendly. PC pussified, dickified, dick fucking friendly. And I don't give a shit if I offend. My channel, and I remember doing this a long time ago, and I'm not going to say charity far away, because my name's Pete, not you Skywalker. I remember doing this, and I said from day one, I'm open. I'm open. Because this and this and years ago, before we went into a world what was PC pussified friendly, believe it or not, I was a college student. Say it again. I was a college student, and one thing we did was we was outspoken. And it was good, because it learned us something. It learned us maturity. Big word for me. But it did. It learned us how to be a growing up. It learned us about sexuality, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you swing both ways, or whatever. About race, whether I'm right, which I am right, or a different race. I say that word correctly, because this is what's mentioned to a woman. We're making conversation, and there's a certain word now you can't say about a certain race. It's not a racist word, because years ago you could say this word. It was not racist. Like, if someone turned around and called me a right man, I'm not going to turn out and go, you're racist. But if I said the opposite from a right man, so just to make sure I choose my words safe there, I'd be accused of being racist now. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on with our country when this country used to be an independent country? And it got me thinking, remember when I was talking about James Bond and about, I had a big rant about nowadays they've got to put a warning label on something from the 1960s, something from the 1970s, something from the 80s. So I go on, and I will go on, because at the end of the day, that's a different era. It's a different time, a different period, that it offends people today. Now, I know, I'm not going to have a go at everybody. Some people will think, well, things are gone stupid, they might agree with me. Or some people might go literal and go, you're out of order now, you shouldn't be saying all this. You know what, fuck it, what happened to freedom of speech? Shoot me. What happened to freedom of fucking speech? I'm sorry if I offend, but freedom of speech, get over it. It's my opinion, we've all got one, it's what makes the world an interesting place. So these people are ranting and raving, saying, "Oh, it's sexist because James Bond jabbed this girl and he snogged the face off." Oh, it's sexist because Bond come up with a sexual innuendo or a sexual joke. Rewind back for those people who are going to write that, and these liberal people are going to read and write. Rewind back what I just said: 60s, 70s, different era, different time. And not only that, there was taken off an Ian Fleming book. Nowadays, not just James Bond, but cartoons offend people. Mickey Mouse offends people. We're getting to an era now where they're trying to stop films from the past because it offends people, whether it's sexual, whether it's about race, whether it's to do with religion, whether it's to do with this, whether it's to do with that. We've got to now, people, put a sip in our mouth and think before we open our mouth. But I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. I'm a realist. Shoot me. I should be punished. I should be purged. I don't give a shit if I offend people. I don't give a shit. I might get blocked for saying this, but I don't give a shit. Because we are an independent country. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if I offend people. But I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. If I offend people, right, I'm sorry, but it's go to the pyramid. If I'm going to get blocked off my channel or get my channel removed or have people whinging and whining and complaining, then fuck it. I'll offend. I don't give a shit. Because It's freedom of speech. And it's called an appearance. Get over it if I offend those people. Because we're living in a world where we've got to be careful what we say. We can't say a word in fear it's racist. We can't say a word in fear it insults someone's disability. We can't say a word in case someone with a religion takes offence and I go to hell, hell, hell. Well, you know me, I don't give a shit. Because we get to a world now where people are scared of saying a certain word because it comes across being racist. Or we've got to be careful what we say just in case we're making fun of someone's disability when the person has got a disability. And we get into that world now where things are so PC friendly. They're down to PC films from the past. They're down to PC cartoons from the past. They want things removing from the past. But it was a different era. And it was a different time. Why should movies go PC friendly? Because certain people get offended. I'm sorry, but go backwards to what I said, James Bond. Go backwards to old cartoons. Whether you see Mickey Mouse smoking a cigarette, the cartoons that used to smoke cigarettes, or anything. I said Rolf Friday, something like that pervert. Don't know why I had him on my brain. But at the end of the day, right? The end of the day, even my dog's taking offence here. The end of the day, right? Rewind back. Did those people all the way back take offence on cartoons, sexuality, a different race, meaning a different colour? Not racist. I'm a white man, so if someone says I'm white, should I say the word race? Someone's disability or religion. Rewind back from that era. Would people took offence back in that era? But we're getting to this point now in a world where we are getting so PC friendly, we're scared of what we say. Oh, you can't say that. That guy's a different race. Oh, you can't say that. That person has certain disabilities or learning difficulties. Oh, you can't say that. Oh, this person has a different religion than me. Oh, you can't say that. That's a woman. You can't say that. That's sexist. See what I'm getting at now? Do you see what I'm getting at? So people think about half an hour. Pete, what the fuck have you been blabbing on about for half an hour? That is what I'm on about. We have got to be careful what we say in fear that we offend someone for a different colour than what I am. We offend someone for their religion. We offend someone because they're a woman, even though I work with a lot of women in my place. We offend. And it's pathetic, it's stupid. We're going to a world we are going PC friendly, that people are so easy to get offended these days. And I'm sorry. Back in my day when I went to college, we had a thing called freedom of speech. We could speak our mind. I'm not racist. I don't give a damn about anyone's religion. If someone wants to fucking have a different religion, whether they're a Catholic, a Protestant, or whatever, good for them. So they'll shove it down my throat. I don't give a shit what religion they are. I don't give a damn whether the person's got a vagina or a fucking dick. I don't give a shit. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm not a racist. I'm not homophobic. I don't give a shit about someone's religion. I don't give a fuck. Never have done. When I get offended myself is someone's fucking crying the minute I say something. You say, you're a racist. You've got something against religion. You're a sexist. That's what I mean. People these days get so offended so fucking easy that instead of making a joke, instead of saying something because it comes out the wrong way, we're going to a world what is so PC pussyfied fucking friendly that I don't want to be in that world. I don't want to be in a world where I'm scared of opening my mouth in fear that I offend someone. Fuck it, I'll offend. It's called freedom of speech. It's called an opinion. We've all got one. It's what makes the world an interesting place. I don't give a shit what people think of me. I did this channel and I did it and I say what I believe. Who said you're sexist? I work with women. I've got 2 people who I work with who are women. I've got a lot of friends who are female. So how the fuck am I a sexist? You're a racist. I've got loads of people, different colour. I'm a white man, so whoever says I'm fucking racist, so I use the race word out of my lips. You've got something to do someone's religion. Rewind back. I don't give a shit about religion. Because I know it's just down my fault doesn't mean I'm a sinner. So I mean, So when you say something, people take offence so easy. That's what I'm getting at. PC, pussified, offender. This is the world we're going to. And I don't want it. But I'm going around the houses now. I'm just going round the houses. But this is what I'm getting at. This is the world we're coming to where we are scared of speaking our mind. But fuck it. I'm not. See you later.